Good afternoon, Reno Valley. So, first of all, I just want to say we as teachers have been talking with each other, and it has been so good to get to see you guys, whether that's at Chromebook distribution yesterday or even in our first Zoom meetings today. There are some of you that we still have yet to see, but we know we're going to get there. We have missed you guys like crazy, and even though it's going to look just a little bit different than normal with this whole remote learning thing, we are very excited to get back into the swing of things. Now that we've got day one under our belts, most of you have had a chance to see what either Zoom or Google Hangouts is like. Maybe you've even gotten to sign into your first meeting and have some conversations with your classmates and with your teachers. Since Zoom is really a digital version of class, the same expectations, those same four pillars that we've been dealing with all year in our building, those still apply in Zoom class just like they do in physical class. We want to make sure that this is a positive learning experience for everybody who's involved. So we're going to do just a quick review session before our remote learning really gets up and going about what those expectations are for your behavior in class. Number one, when you sign into a Zoom meeting, make sure to use your real name. Since some of your parents clearly got together before you all were born and chatted to make sure that they named all of their kids the exact same thing so that us teachers were confused all the time, please type your first and your last name, just like you would on any assignment, so that we know who exactly has checked into class for the day. Number two, dress for success. I know we are excited as all get out about wearing PJs and sweats and athletic shorts every single day to class, but just make sure that your outfits are appropriate. If it's not appropriate to be wearing in physical class, it's not appropriate to be wearing in digital class either. Number three, show respect for each other. When you have something to add to the conversation, raise your hand and wait to be called on. Make sure when someone else is speaking, your mic is on mute and you're listening, just like we are when we're in class. What your classmates have to say is just as important to us as what you have to say, and we'll show the same respect for you when it's your turn to talk. Number four, unless teachers give you special permission, leave the screen sharing to teachers. We're trying to keep these meetings as brief as we can so that you guys can get on with the rest of your days, so please help us out and help your classmates out too by not messing with the settings on our meetings. This is our best way right now to connect with you guys face to face, and we don't want to have to take Zoom privileges away from someone, so it's really important that you're responsible with the resources that you've been given. Number five, just like we're expected to use appropriate language at school, keep the conversation and the language kind and appropriate in the chat window of your Zoom meeting. Leave conflicts with other teachers and students out of Zoom time. And if you wouldn't want your grandma reading what you're typing, don't type it, because you know we would have fun tracking down your grandma. Number six, mute yourself to reduce background noise. Do you notice the difference between my talking to you like this and trying to have a conversation like this and my It's so much easier to listen to the speaker without all that craziness in the background, so mute your mic. Number seven, find a quiet area with good lighting. We want to be able to see you and to hear you, and make sure you stay there throughout the session. We don't want you to be taking a tour of your house or running around with your pet gerbil or making a meal while everybody's trying to talk. Number eight, remember your manners during a Zoom meeting. Don't be chewing with your mouth open so we can see your whole lunch, or picking your nose, or spending lots of time on your cell phone, right? All the things that we would expect for you in class, same thing applies here. And look at that, 8th graders. Etiquette day coming in handy already. And finally, number 9, ask before you post pictures of any online learning experiences. Make sure that the teacher and the students that are involved have given you permission. Just like your teachers make sure that you know they're taking pictures before they post it to their social media. So to recap, if you forget everything else that we've chatted about, I'll boil it down to 4 things for you. 1, respect the thoughts and the time of others. 2, be responsible with the resources that you've been given to use for this online learning experience. 3, leave conflicts you have with other students and teachers out of Zoom conversations. Handle it with them on your own time, because this is class time. Last but not least, Make sure that you have a growth mindset about this whole situation. I know that this transition is new and it's funky, and there are a lot of things that maybe we don't feel like we know about it yet. But I do want you to know how proud all of us teachers are of you, because you guys really have taken it in stride and you've had pretty positive attitudes about it. And that's exactly what it's going to take for us to be successful, is that we have positive attitudes and we keep open minds about these different ways of learning. We love you guys, we miss you guys, and we're so looking forward to continuing learning with you through this remote online experience. Have a great rest of your day, and go Panthers.